So for this problem, I made my A value 20 and my B value is also 20. So in rectangular form, my polar equation is 20, negative 20. So in order to get it in polar representation, I had to find the distance from the pole and the angle made by the horizontal. Since we know two side lengths, we can use Pythagorean theorem to find the hypotenuse. I did r is equal to 20, the square root of 20 squared plus um, parentheses negative 20 plus parentheses squared. When simplified, the hypotenuse is equal to 20 square root 2. Next, since we know the two side lengths, 20 and negative 20, we were able to use the inverse of tangent to find the angle. So I did tangent of inverse is equal to 20 divided by negative 20. After doing this, I got my angle to be negative 45 degrees. Now that I have a side length, I have the hypotenuse or the side length and the angle, I was able to get the polar representation to be parentheses 20 square root 2, comma, negative 45 degrees. Next, I had decided that I wanted to create a rose petal function with the information from part A. To do this, I plugged in my r and my theta values from part A into the function r is equal to a sine 2 theta. The reason I wanted to use a sine function is because the petals fall at a 45-degree angle in the quadrants, which is what I need for my point to fit in the function. So in order to do this, I plugged in my values, so I got 20 square root 2 is equal to a sine parentheses 2 times negative 45, close parentheses. And then after simplifying that, and isolating a, I got a to equal negative 20 square root 2. So then I just plugged that negative 20 square root 2 into the original function, and so I got r is equal to negative 20 square root 2 sine 2 theta. So based on the function I created in part B, I determined that my maximum r value was negative 20 square root 2, which is how long the petals will be. I also determined that there would be 4 petals, and the way that I found this was by multiplying the number inside the parentheses by 2, and 2 times 2 is 4. And then also I knew that this function, since it is a rose curve, it has no loops. And also one more thing is that a rough drawing or sketch is shown in the bottom right.